Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the Land Rover Defender 130 V8. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Defender 130 adds an extra dimension to Land Rover's family of all-terrain vehicles. It expands on the Defender 110 with a longer body and 3 rows of full-size seating. The 130, like the other Defender models, borrows its name from the original Defender family, inspired by the longest model in the lineup. It allows customers to effortlessly transport up to 8 people across various terrains, making it the ultimate demonstration of the Defender's breadth of talents. A host of exterior and interior design enhancements and technologies distinguish the 130 from the rest of the lineup. For starters, the body's additional 13.38 inches at the rear provides enhanced interior space across all 3 rows, without compromising its all-terrain capabilities. All models are fitted with a panoramic sunroof as standard, with a second sunroof above the 3rd row. To maintain the distinctive rear design of the Defender, Land Rover engineers crafted a subtle boat tail style uplift. The surrounds for the rear LED lighting units have been re-engineered to maintain the 3 distinct lines that define the Defender's side profile as they rise subtly towards the rear. Access to the cargo area is no different from the Defender 90 and 110. For 2025, the 130 is available in 5 models, with base pricing ranging between $74,850 and $125,750. When it was first launched several years back, the Defender V8 was the ultimate expression of Land Rover brand's toughest 4x4 and recalls the rich heritage of 8-cylinder Land Rover vehicles dating back to the 1970s. The potent Supercharged V8 engine is available in all 3 body styles and delivers elevated performance and driver engagement. With unique suspension and transmission tuning, including bespoke spring and damper rates and a new electronic active rear differential, it delivers more agile and engaging handling with heightened body control for uncompromised capability. The Defender V8 is actually one of the last JLR products to feature the iconic AJ133 V8, which is being phased out in favor of a BMW-sourced 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 that features 48-volt mild hybrid technology. The BMW power plant is now being offered in the new Defender 110 Octa model, which starts at $152,000. Not only is the Octa touted as the most capable Defender to date, but with 626 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque on tap, it's also the most powerful. The more traditional Defender V8 provides the opportunity to explore just about any terrain in superior comfort, with a purposeful and spacious interior that's designed to accommodate everything adventurers can throw at it, combined with impressive power and performance. Like I said, it can seat up to 8 people and offers generous cargo space and flexibility. This example in particular is equipped with several optional extras, including in-vehicle Wi-Fi, 22-inch gloss black wheels, the Carpathian exterior pack, second-row heated and cooled captain's chairs with winged headrests, a body-colored spare wheel cover, a tow hitch receiver, and the interior protection pack. The total MSRP for what you see here, including destination, is $136,830. Exterior changes for the V8 are subtle, and include V8 badging on the bottoms of the front doors and a unique quad-tipped exhaust system. The Carpathian exterior pack includes Carpathian gray exterior paint, matte protective film, a black contrast tailgate, and a gloss black hood. The 130 V8 is only offered in 3 exterior colors, each of which is paired to a black roof. For a unique look and superior scratch resistance while off the beaten track, Land Rover offers full vehicle satin protective film as shown here. They also offer a Patagonia white matte wrap. If you don't go for the Carpathian pack, you have the option of an extended black pack, which includes Narvik black front and rear skid pans, gloss black hood lettering, and gloss black tailgate lettering. With the available tow hitch receiver, you get both 4 and 7-pin electrical connectors for convenient hookup and a towing capacity of up to 8,200 pounds. An advanced tow assist system allows you to back up with a trailer while the vehicle itself takes care of the countersteering on your behalf, helping keep whatever you're towing straight. A trailer setup system can be found within the infotainment system. You can customize settings for the specific trailer you're using, and the Defender will adjust itself accordingly. Beginning with the trailer type, you select how many axles it has and give some basic dimensions, then connect the trailer and go from there. The Defender 130 V8 has a curb weight of around 5,860 pounds with the 7-passenger configuration. Land Rover states that the Defender V8 has no dynamic roof loading capability. The 130 V8 comes with a set of 7-spoke diamond-turned dark gray 22 by 9-inch wheels, wrapped in 275/45 all-season tires. This example is fitted with optional 5-spoke gloss black 22-inch wheels. A set of 5-spoke dark gray 20 by 8.5-inch wheels are also available, which come paired with all-terrain tires that offer more grip on the road less traveled. As in classic Defender fashion, a full-size spare wheel is mounted on the swing gate. For a cleaner look, you can opt for a body color cover for the spare wheel for no extra cost. The Defender V8's braking system gets an upgrade over the other Defenders for increased stopping power. While most Defenders use 14.3-inch front discs, the V8 uses 15-inch front discs by Brembo. The rear discs span 13.8 inches. They're clamped down by black 4-piston and single-piston calipers respectively, and all discs are internally ventilated. 4-wheel, 4-channel, 4-sensor ABS with electronic brake force distribution is standard, along with emergency brake assist, brake hold, and an electronic parking brake. It's a brake-by-wire system that offers ample feedback and is easy to modulate. It's a highly effective setup that brings this nearly 3-ton behemoth to a stop from 60 miles an hour in about 120 feet. Quite impressive. The 130 is fitted with an electronic air suspension with adaptive dynamics and Land Rover's advanced terrain response system for unrivaled all-terrain capability and driver confidence in various environments. This combination is designed for comfortable progress and agile performance across broken surfaces. The design of the suspension incorporates many lightweight aluminum components for less unsprung weight. The short, long arm setup in front features double wishbones and twin lower links. The rear setup is an integral link design. Larger diameter solid anti-roll bars are used on the V8 to help reduce body roll and cornering, while the unique electronic active rear differential introduces a yaw controller that allows fine control of cornering behavior. The air suspension features multiple stages so that even at its maximum height, there's still plenty of travel and impact absorption left in the suspension. In fact, you have up to 16.9 inches of suspension articulation. When set to off-road height, the suspension gains 2.8 inches of additional lift at the front and 2.9 inches of additional lift at the rear to help clear obstacles and assist when wading through up to 35.4 inches of water. The 4 corners of the air suspension are also cross-linked. What this means is that when one corner of the suspension is fully compressed, it pushes the air to the opposite side, therefore pushing the wheel down and back on the ground like a live axle vehicle would to increase traction. It's a fascinating setup. In typical day-to-day driving, the 130 has exceptional ride quality that's supple and well controlled overall. It's also very quiet. The steering is an electronic power-assisted rack and pinion setup that takes 2.7 turns to go from lock to lock. The turning circle measures 42.1 feet. The steering offers a tight feel and is wrapped in leather. It's power adjustable for tilt and reach, and it comes heated. The 12.3-inch reconfigurable digital instrument cluster displays valuable information at a glance and offers a myriad of customizable settings. In addition to the various information menus and graphics, you can select between 5 display layouts, including 2-dial, 1-dial, map, media, and driver assistance. When selecting dynamic mode, the instruments change from standard white accenting to red. Land Rover's terrain response system allows you to fine-tune the driving experience to just about any terrain via the central display. This example has the Terrain Response 2 system, which expands on the standard system with additional features across 10 selectable modes, including Dynamic, Eco, Comfort, Grass, Gravel, Snow, Mud Ruts, Sand, Rock Crawl, Wade, Auto, and Configurable. The latter enables you to customize the behavior of the differentials, powertrain, steering, and traction control to your personal preference. When set to auto, the vehicle automatically selects the most suitable terrain setting for your current driving conditions. A separate low traction launch feature can be activated on low grip surfaces such as wet grass, snow, and ice. It provides a very cautious response to the accelerator pedal to maximize traction when pulling away from rest. Defenders equipped with the all-terrain progress control system, part of the advanced off-road pack, get a low-speed cruise control for off-road driving. It operates between 1.1 and 18 miles per hour, automatically managing power and braking to minimize traction loss and maintain your set target speed. You can then focus on steering and assessing the terrain ahead, making off-road driving easier and safer. The Terrain Response menu shows detailed information about each mode, including what they effectively do and when they're most appropriate to use. The Wade Sensing menu shows the maximum wading depth for the current ride height. Using sonar sensors, you can view the depth of the water you're fording in relation to the maximum depth you can go, while audible signals help remind you of how close you are to the maximum depth so you don't accidentally get yourself in trouble. In the 4x4 information menu, you can view chassis data, graphical depictions of pitch and roll, as well as your current altitude and bearing. The foundations for the Defender's all-terrain capability stem from Land Rover's aluminum-intensive monocoque D7X architecture. The Defender is 3 times more rigid than a comparable body-on-frame design, which further enhances chassis refinement. The Defender 130 is 211 inches long with the spare wheel and rides on a 119-inch wheelbase. With the door mirrors folded, it's 79.1 inches wide. Overall height is 77.4 inches. The front and rear overhangs measure 33.3 and 58.7 inches respectively. At its standard ride height of 8.5 inches, approach, breakover, and departure angles measure 30.1, 22, and 24.5 degrees respectively. When the suspension is raised to off-road height, which offers 11.5 inches of ground clearance, that improves to 37.5, 27.9, and 25.8 degrees respectively. Also impressive is the maximum ascent-descent gradient and the maximum side slope traverse gradient, which is 45 degrees for both. The Defender 130 is available with 2 engines, including a turbocharged 3-liter inline 6-cylinder and a supercharged 5-liter V8. If you'd like to learn more about the 6-cylinder, check out my past review of the Defender 130 Outbound. The Supercharged V8 delivers 493 horsepower between 6,000 and 6,500 RPM and 450 pound-feet of torque between 2,500 and 5,500 RPM. With all of the extra power on tap, 0 to 60 miles an hour takes about 5.4 seconds, and the top speed is electronically limited to 149 miles per hour. The V8 is built using an aluminum block with aluminum heads and stiffened cross-bolted main bearing caps for increased rigidity and refinement. It combines a 9.5 to 1 compression ratio with direct fuel injection, chain-driven double overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, and dual independent variable cam timing. The Eaton Twin Vortex Supercharger is mounted in the engine's valley. Twin water-cooled intercoolers reduce the temperature of the intake air to optimize power and delivery. The V8 is also matched to a switchable active exhaust system that emits distinctive cracks and pops with sounds meticulously tuned to suit the distinctive character of the engine. The exhaust also features a quiet start function, which ensures a more subtle, refined startup sound. Electrically actuated bypass valves in the rear muffler remain closed until they automatically open up under load, releasing the signature roar. If desired, quiet start can be overridden by selecting dynamic mode. The standard 8-speed automatic transmission is operated by an electronic shift lever in the center console. If you want to shift the transmission manually, you can do so via the lever itself or by the metal paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. The operating parameters of the transmission are determined by an adaptive shift strategy that takes into consideration driving style, vehicle systems, and road conditions. It can detect the manner in which the vehicle is being driven by monitoring acceleration and braking, cornering forces, throttle and brake pedal activity, road load, kickdown request, and even whether the vehicle is being driven up or downhill. On detecting a more spirited driving style, the transmission will automatically make the shifts more aggressive and move the shift points higher. Selecting dynamic mode through the terrain management system unleashes the drivetrain's full performance potential. You get increased throttle response, more aggressive shifts, stiffer suspension damping, and torque vectoring from the electronic active differential. Altogether, it creates a thrilling driving experience, especially so for a nearly 3-ton boxy off-roader. The Defender benefits from a standard full-time 4-wheel drive system that blends the best of an all-wheel drive system with the capability of a 4-wheel drive system. It features a twin-speed transfer case with low-range functionality that provides an additional gear reduction ratio of 2.93 to 1. In normal use, the 4-wheel drive system constantly shuffles torque between the front and rear and side to side to balance performance, efficiency, and traction. The Defender's auto-locking center and rear differentials are capable of acting as both limited slip and locking differentials. It's a quick reacting setup that operates in the background as you drive. In other words, you don't have to manually engage the lockers. Locking and unlocking happens automatically as you drive in response to the terrain you're traversing. The front differential uses a brake-based torque vectoring system that automatically grabs the brake of a spinning wheel to force power to the wheel with traction. As far as fuel economy, the Defender 130 V8 is rated between 14 miles per gallon in the city and 19 miles per gallon on the highway. The use of premium fuel is recommended. During my week of driving, I averaged around 16 miles per gallon, which I thought was pretty reasonable for a vehicle of this size, the performance it offers, and the fact that it's more or less shaped like a brick. The total fuel tank capacity is 23.8 gallons. 130 takes the Defender's tough, rugged character and makes it even more practical by offering the largest interior in the lineup. Its incredibly functional cabin design is marked by exposed structural elements and a skeleton-like dashboard design, giving it a feeling of lightness. It's a minimalist design with sparse controls and an overall very clean layout despite its high level of tech, while exposed bolts and body-colored bits give it an old-school vibe. Land Rover engineers have created an impressive amount of overall space by effectively shrink-wrapping interior packaging components around the body in white. The build quality feels exceptional. Not only is this one of the most solid-feeling vehicles I've driven in quite a while, it's surprisingly quiet and refined for something off-road focused. For easier entry and exit, Land Rover offers a variety of running board options if that's something you're interested in. Otherwise, the air suspension can be easily lowered into an entry-exit position that can assist you. The 130 V8 is offered with your choice of luxurious Windsor leather or durable synthetic ultra fabric. The leather is available in ebony or two-tone ebony and caraway. High-quality, hard-wearing synthetic materials are used on a variety of surfaces for additional protection and lasting durability. The interior trim finishers are powder-coated for even more durability, including the signature cross-vehicle beam that spans the dash. At the beginning and end of every activity, practical touches protect the interior. You can tell storage space was a prime focus, too. The flooring is rubber with removable mats for easy cleaning. The center console includes 2 cup holders, a wireless phone charger, and a refrigerated compartment. On either side of the console, there are small pockets that easily fit a smartphone. At the front of the console, there's a storage tray that can be slid forward to access another compartment that contains a USB-C charge outlet. To the right of the infotainment system, you'll find another USB-C outlet. There's large lower door pockets and a large locking glove box. The width of the dashboard is completely open with the exception of the area behind the instrument cluster, allowing for additional flat surfaces to set things. The outer edges also serve as grab handles. Also included on the 130 V8 is a heated windshield, heated washer jets, and a headlight power wash system. The heated and cooled front seats offer 14-way adjustments, including adjustable side support and 4-way lumbar and 4-way manual winged headrests. The heated steering wheel is power adjustable for tilt and reach. In addition to the leather upholstery, you also get a leather gear shift lever as well as leather door upper top rails, fascia hoop, and lower console rails. To the right of the gear shift lever, there's a bank of controls, some of which I've already covered. The 2 dials in particular have several functions. By simply twisting them left to right, you can adjust the temperature. If you press the dials inward, then twist them left to right, you can adjust the heated and cooled functions of the front seats. The 2 buttons in between the dials allow you to adjust either the fan speed via the right dial or switch between the terrain modes via the left dial. It takes a little time to get used to, but it's a clean design that enhances the minimalist feel of the interior while packing a lot of functionality. An advanced cabin air filtration system offers several additional functions in addition to monitoring air quality to reduce allergens, fine particulates, harmful gases, odors, and more. The modes include Purify, CO2 Management, and Ion, each of which have special functions to improve air quality within the vehicle. You can control all of the HVAC settings from the infotainment system, including the rear settings. The 130 V8 has a quad-zone climate control system. The Defender 130's standard tech effortlessly enhances convenience, efficiency, and refinement of the interior. The V8 includes a premium 700-watt 14-speaker Meridian surround sound system that offers crystal clear highs and full deep bass. The Pivi Pro infotainment system has a large 11.4-inch display that embodies the architectural lightness of the interior. It provides intuitive control of all the major vehicle functions, using the latest consumer technology to deliver a smartphone-inspired interface. This next-generation touchscreen is intuitive and user-friendly, requiring fewer inputs to perform frequently used tasks, while its always-on design guarantees almost instant responses. Software over-the-air technology allows remote updating for 14 different modules, so that the system can constantly evolve, improve, and remain up to date. The touchscreen provides haptic feedback. Standard Amazon Alexa integration uses intuitive, natural voice commands that go one step beyond touchscreen or button interfaces by helping reduce cognitive load and providing a sense of effortless modern luxury. In this way, Alexa capabilities allow you to manage your favorite infotainment features and music track selection to navigation and phone contacts, news and weather, and more. The system can even turn on your lights at home and connect to other Alexa-enabled devices. All of this works in addition to wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto and can be initiated either by saying Alexa or pressing the Alexa button on the touchscreen. It does not need a phone or external device to operate, only the details of your Amazon account and an internet connection. Wi-Fi enabling is an additional option. Standard wireless device charging lets your vehicle charge compatible smartphones without the need for wires or a charging dock. While in your vehicle, your smartphone will also use the Defender's antenna for improved signal and clearer calls. With the configurable cabin lighting system, you can switch between 10 available colors to highlight the Defender's design features and match your mood, personality, or driving style. The Defender is packed with a plethora of safety features, including a suite of standard driver assist technology, such as emergency braking, blind spot assist, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, driver condition monitoring, lane keep assist, front and rear parking sensors, rear traffic monitoring, traffic sign recognition with adaptive speed limiting, and automatic high beams with rain-sensing windshield wipers. This example also features standard front and rear fog lights. The standard surround view camera system provides a 3D 360-degree view around the vehicle. It's also able to display several views simultaneously while maneuvering. 3 menus, on-road, off-road, and towing, have specific angles and information to help you in different scenarios. The clear sight ground view within the off-road menu simulates a see-through hood to provide you with an unobstructed view of the front and underside of the vehicle. This allows you to monitor the conditions below and clearly view obstacles or obstructions. A clear sight interior rear view mirror is optional. It provides an unobstructed view of the road behind you regardless of rear seat passengers or objects in the cargo area. Additional standard safety features include dual front airbags, front seat side impact airbags, side curtain airbags for the front and rear seats, power-operated child door locks, and rear seat latch child seat anchors. Hill descent control, hill launch assist, dynamic stability control, electronic traction control, roll stability control, cornering brake control, and low traction launch all work together to enhance the Defender's capability regardless of the terrain. An available color head-up display presents key vehicle data, including speed, gear position, and navigation directions, all on the windshield. It features full-color, high-resolution graphics, enabling you to see all information with ease, including off-road driving information such as incline and camber angles. Unlike a Defender 110, the 130's additional length allows for enough room for a third-row seat. That being said, there is one model that's offered exclusively in a 5-passenger configuration, the Outbound, and its main focus is on maximizing cargo and gear hauling. The other models, including the V8, are offered in either 7-passenger or 8-passenger configurations. The 7-passenger option, as shown here, adds heated and cooled captain's chairs with winged adjustable headrests. The 130's standard fit panoramic glass sunroof, which is complemented by a second sunroof over the third row, makes the interior feel more open and airy than it already is. Rearward visibility is excellent with all of the large windows. The 130 is the only Defender that offers a 4-zone climate control system. It provides additional comfort through ventilating each row, with additional ducting to provide more heating and air conditioning capacity. The controls can be found at the rear of the center console. Rear passengers also benefit from a small stadium rise for superior forward visibility. That goes for the third row as well. The standard bench seat includes manual slide and recline for extra comfort and accommodation, plus 3 adjustable headrests, a fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders, and a convenient 60-40 split design. Additional flexibility comes from the ability to treat the seat as a 40-20-40 split design, so that you can fold down the middle portion independently for convenient loading of longer items. The seat is available heated or heated and cooled for extra comfort and temperature extremes. Maximum second row legroom and headroom measure 38.4 and 40.6 inches respectively. With the captain's chairs, you get a more luxurious ambiance, along with your own individual adjustable armrest. In the floor at the base of the center console, you have 2 cup holders. The seats are very comfortable, with soft padding and good lower back support. The adjustments make it easy for anyone to find their ideal position. Additional second row amenities include overhead grab handles and coat hooks, overhead LED lighting, adjustable overhead air vents, B-pillar mounted grab handles, seat back storage nets, rear center console air vents, USB Type-C charge ports at the base of the center console, and bottle holders in the lower door panels. ISOFIX, child seat attachments, and top tether anchors can be found in the second and third rows. The second row seats slide and tip forward to provide wide access points on either side for climbing into the third row. Step treads integrated into the side sills help make entry and exit easier. Land Rover claims there's enough width in the third row to provide comfortable seating for 3 adults. The middle is a bit narrow, so while I believe it's certainly doable, it might be tight. For me, I was able to climb in and sit without issue. In fact, I had good head and legroom left over. The headrests can be raised or lowered as needed. They can also be flattened for better rearward visibility when not in use. Comfort amenities in the third row include heated outboard seats, padded armrests, adjustable air vents, grab handles and coat hooks, bottle holders, storage nets, overhead LED lighting, and USB-C provisions on either side for device charging. One of my favorite features back here is the additional sunroof. It's a welcomed addition to, again, make the interior feel more open and airy. The Defender 130 provides a spacious and practical load area with a convenient swing gate for access. With the third row seat upright, you have 13.7 cubic feet of cargo space. With its 40-20-40 split design, the third row is highly flexible to accommodate varying cargo and passengers. Each section can be folded and raised by the built-in pull straps and using the buttons on the headrest to lay them flat. A removable floor compartment allows for covered secured storage of smaller items. When in place, it also allows for a flat load floor when folding the seats down. It's super easy to remove if needed. Underneath is where you'll find all of the tire changing equipment. The swing gate has a similar design motif as the door panels, where you have a combination of body color surfaces and a center section with exposed bolt heads. It too has a wide storage pocket. Folding down the third row gives you nearly 50 cubic feet of space behind the second row. A domestic plug socket for powering small electronics and appliances can be found beneath the fuse panel on the right side, next to the 12-volt power outlet. The split design of the standard second row bench seat allows you to also fold the seat backs down several different ways depending on who or what you're hauling. With the second row folded down completely, you have a maximum of 88.9 cubic feet of space. A really nice feature back here is the ability to independently raise or lower the back of the vehicle from the cargo area. The buttons to do so are on the left side panel. Not only can it help with hooking up a trailer, but it can also help with loading and unloading cargo. Obviously, you don't want any loose cargo bouncing around when off-road, so Land Rover fitted the 130 with a plethora of tie-down hooks across each side panel, plus D-loops in the floor. White overhead LED lighting makes it easy to see things at night. The cargo area also has a set of LED lights for improved lower visibility. Lastly, the swing gate itself has a gas-charged strut. Similar to a hood strut, it assists in controlled opening and closing with the large spare tire. All in all, the Defender 130 is incredibly practical for many reasons. It's versatile and spacious, with durable materials and configurable for all sorts of different lifestyles. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that as well and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.